She texted, "You're too nice. Nice guys finish last, and I need a winner." I wrote, "You're right." Then I finished first in everything, including dating her rival who'd always called her second best. Her breakdown when we made it Instagram official. Original post I, 31 male, got the text on a Wednesday afternoon. Was reviewing quarterly reports when my phone buzzed. Madison, 29, my girlfriend of 2.5 years. "Brett, we need to talk. You're too nice. Nice guys finish last, and I need a winner. Someone with ambition, edge. You're sweet, but I need more." It's over. I stared at it for maybe a minute. 2.5 years. Living together for the last 8 months in my condo. And she breaks up via text while I'm at work because I'm too nice? Here's the thing about Madison. She worked in fashion PR, always comparing herself to everyone, especially her work rival Sophia, 30. Every event, every promotion, every Instagram post was a competition. Sophia got the better accounts, the better invites, the better everything according to Madison. It ate at her constantly, and apparently being with a nice guy financial analyst wasn't helping her image. I typed back, "You're right, I'll have your things ready by Friday." She responded immediately, "Wait, what? That's it? No fighting for us?" Me, "You said nice guys finish last. Why would I prove you wrong?" Radio silence. I left work early, went home to my condo, started packing her stuff methodically. Her designer bags, her excessive skincare collection, her vision boards about manifesting success. While packing, I found something interesting in her planner. Notes about some guy named Dimitri, 35M, apparently a pharmaceutical entrepreneur, drug dealer with a LinkedIn. She'd met at a networking event 3 weeks ago. Phone numbers, little hearts. Cool. Thursday morning, I woke up different. Not angry, just focused. If Madison thought I was too nice to be a winner, time to win at everything. First, the promotion I'd been too nice to push for. Walked into my boss's office. "Tom, I want the senior director position. I've been carrying half of Davidson's workload since his heart surgery, plus my own. I deserve it, and if I don't get it, Prosperity Financial has already made me an offer." Tom blinked. This wasn't the Brett who usually just accepted whatever. I'll talk to the board today. Got the promotion that afternoon. 40% salary bump, corner office, the works. Update 1, 2 weeks later, Madison had been blowing up my phone since she picked up her stuff. Apparently, Dimitri wasn't quite the entrepreneur he claimed. He got arrested for selling fake Adderall to college kids. She wanted to talk about us. I didn't respond. I was busy. See, after the promotion, I started going to the networking events I usually avoided because I thought they were pretentious. That's where I ran into Sophia at a charity gala for childhood literacy. Sophia looked incredible, obviously. She always did. Madison used to rage about how everything comes so easy to her and how she doesn't even try. We'd met a few times when Madison would drag me to work events, and Sophia was always pleasant while Madison would be seething with jealousy. "Brett, haven't seen you in forever. Where's Madison?" Sophia asked, genuinely friendly. "We broke up. She decided she needed someone less nice." Sophia laughed. "Less nice? You literally helped build that library in Guatemala last year." "Apparently that's not winning enough." She tilted her head. Her loss. "Want to grab coffee sometime? I'd love to hear about that library project." Here's what Madison never understood about Sophia. She wasn't her rival. Sophia genuinely liked Madison, tried to include her in things, recommended her for projects. Madison created the competition in her own head. We got coffee, then dinner, then another dinner. Sophia was everything Madison pretended to be, actually confident, not comparing herself to others constantly, genuinely interested in other people. She laughed when I told her about the nice guys finish last. Text. She actually said that? Like unironically? 2 weeks in, I'd been promoted, started dating Sophia, and joined the company basketball league. We won our first game. Turns out I'm competitive when I actually try. Madison's texts evolved. "I see you got promoted. Congrats. Can we talk? I made a mistake. Why aren't you responding? I know you're reading these." Then she found out about Sophia. Update 2, 1 month later. Madison went nuclear when she discovered I was dating Sophia, not through Instagram or mutual friends. No, she found out the best possible way at the Fashion Week preview party that Sophia invited me to as her +1. I walked in wearing the Tom Ford suit I'd bought with my promotion bonus. Sophia looked stunning in an emerald dress. We were laughing about something when I heard a glass drop. Madison, standing there with Brittany and Kendall, her fashion friends. Her face went white, then red, then purple. What the hell is this? Sophia genuinely confused. Madison, hi, didn't know you'd be here. You look great. Madison, are you seriously with him? Nice to see you too, Madison. You're dating my literal rival? This is revenge? Rival? What? Madison, I've always considered us friends. Madison laughed bitterly. Friends? You've made my life hell for 3 years. Always one-upping me, always getting the better everything. Sophia looked genuinely hurt. I recommended you for the Versace account. I introduced you to my contacts. What are you talking about? The room was watching now. Madison's friends were trying to pull her away, but she was spiraling. Madison, to me, how could you? After everything? Me, after you dumped me via text for being too nice? Pretty easily, actually. Madison, I was confused. Dimitri was a mistake. Brittany whispered loudly. Didn't he get arrested? Madison turned redder. Me, you were right though. Nice guys do finish last, so I decided to finish first instead. By stealing my rival? Nobody stole anyone, and I'm not your rival. I never was. That's all in your head, Madison. Madison started crying. Not pretty tears, angry, mascara-running tears. You've taken everything from me. Every account, every opportunity. And now Brett. Madison, I've literally never competed with you. You created this whole narrative. I've tried to help you. Security started moving closer. Madison's friends finally dragged her toward the exit, but not before she screamed. This isn't over. Narrator, Ron Howard voice, it wasn't. Update 3, 2 months later. Madison's entitlement reached astronomical levels after Fashion Week. First came the smear campaign. She started posting cryptic Instagram stories about betrayal and snakes. Then full posts about how some people will stop at nothing to destroy you, with photos of her crying. Her friends commented supportive messages about karma and what goes around. Then she tried to sabotage Sophia at work. Started spreading rumors that Sophia was sleeping with clients. When that didn't work, she claimed Sophia was stealing her ideas. The problem? Sophia documented everything. Every email, every proposal, time-stamped and backed up. But the real escalation came when Madison showed up at my office. Security called up. Mr. Harrison, there's a Madison Wheeler here, says she's your girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, and no, don't let her up. She waited in the lobby for 3 hours. When I finally came down with building security, she was a mess. Brett, please, 5 minutes. No. I love you. I made a mistake. You made a choice. Now live with it. You're doing this to hurt me. Dating her. Actually, I'm dating her because she's amazing. You're not factor in that equation. She tried to grab my arm. Security stepped in. Sir, should we call the police? Madison's eyes went wide. Brett, don't, please. Just go home, Madison. Move on. She left, but not before yelling, you were nothing before me. I made you interesting. I gave you a life. My colleague Jason, who'd watched the whole thing, said, dude, she seems stable. That night, Sophia and I were cooking dinner when her phone started blowing up. Madison had sent a mass email to everyone at Sophia's firm claiming Sophia was a homewrecker who seduces taken men, and that I was a manipulative psychopath who planned this whole thing. Sophia's boss called. Madison had crossed a line from personal to professional. Update 4, 3 months later. Madison's email to Sophia's firm was her downfall. Sophia's company's legal team sent her a cease and desist. Her own firm got wind of it and put her on administrative leave for conduct unbecoming. But she wasn't done. She created fake Instagram accounts to harass us, posted photos she'd taken of me sleeping with captions like narcissist and emotional abuser, DM'd Sophia's clients warning them about her true nature. We documented everything. My lawyer, had to get one, sent her a formal cease and desist. Her response? She sued me for emotional distress and intentional infliction of psychological harm. Her claim? That I strategically seduced her rival to cause maximum damage, and that my campaign of psychological warfare had cost her job opportunities and friendships. The lawsuit was insane. She wanted $50,000 for therapeutic costs, $100,000 for lost wages due to reputational damage, a restraining order against both Sophia and me, a formal apology posted on my social media. My lawyer actually laughed reading it. She dumped you via text, and now she's suing you for dating someone else? The best part was discovery. Her lawyer requested all communications between Sophia and me, which included texts like, "Sophia, is Madison okay? She seems really upset." Me, "I don't know. I hope she gets help. Should we reach out?" My lawyer says no contact. Real malicious stuff, right? Meanwhile, we had her unhinged emails, fake Instagram accounts, and the security footage of her waiting in my office lobby for 3 hours. Her lawyer dropped her after seeing the evidence. She had to get a new one, some ambulance chaser who took payment up front. Update 5, 4 months later, the hearing was yesterday. Madison showed up in what I can only describe as a courtroom revenge dress, skin-tight bright red. The judge, a no-nonsense woman in her 60s, looked unimpressed. Madison's new lawyer argued I had orchestrated a deliberate campaign to destroy her life. The judge asked for evidence. They presented my LinkedIn showing the promotion, somehow this was relevant, photos of Sophia and me at events, public events, the "you're right" text, which they claimed was psychologically manipulative. Our lawyer presented the original breakup text, 247 texts from Madison after the breakup, the fake Instagram accounts, the email to Sophia's firm, off-duty footage from my office, the cease and desist she ignored. The judge asked Madison directly, "Ma'am, you ended the relationship, correct?" Madison, "Yes, but..." "Via text message?" "Yes, but he..." "And you're upset he moved on?" "With my rival." "Was this person your friend?" "No. She's my competition." Sophia, who was there as a witness, raised her hand. "Your Honor, I considered Madison a friend. I've recommended her for multiple positions." Madison screamed, "Liar!" The judge banged her gavel. "Ma'am, control yourself or I'll hold you in contempt." Madison's lawyer tried to salvage. "Your Honor, my client has suffered severe emotional distress." Judge, "That appears to be self-inflicted. Case dismissed, and Miss Wheeler, I'm granting the defendant's countermotion for a restraining order. Stay 500 feet away from both of them." Madison broke down, full sobbing. "This isn't fair. He ruined my life." "No, you ruined your own life." Court adjourned. Update 6, 5 months later. Madison lost her job 2 weeks after the hearing, not because of the lawsuit, because she'd been skipping work to stalk us. Her firm had enough. She moved back with her parents. Started a wellness Instagram where she posts about surviving narcissistic abuse and healing from toxic relationships. Has about 200 followers, mostly bots. Last week I ran into Brittany at Whole Foods. She looked embarrassed to see me. "Brett, hey, look, I'm sorry about everything. Madison's been spiraling. We tried to tell her to let it go, but she's obsessed. She talks about you and Sophia constantly. It's honestly concerning." "Is she getting help?" "Her parents are trying. She refuses therapy because she says the therapist would just take your side." Meanwhile, Sophia and I just celebrated 6 months together. Posted a photo from our trip to wine country. Caption, "With someone who appreciates nice guys." Madison created another fake account to comment. "Fake happiness built on destroying others." It got deleted in minutes. Instagram's getting faster at catching her. Final update, it's been 8 months since the nice guys finish last text. Here's where everyone ended up. Madison, living with her parents, working part-time at a boutique her mom's friend owns, still posts about being a victim of calculated emotional violence. Her friends have mostly distanced themselves. Brittany told me she had to block Madison after she demanded Brittany choose sides and cut contact with anyone who even followed Sophia on Instagram. Her latest thing? She started a podcast called Dating the Devil, How I Survived a Covert Narcissist. It has 3 episodes and 47 downloads. I'm guessing she downloaded it herself multiple times. In episode 2, she claims I strategically isolated her from her support system, aka her friends got tired of her drama and left on their own. Last month she tried to show up at a charity event Sophia was organizing. Security had her on a list. She made a scene, someone filmed it, and it went minor viral on TikTok as Crazy X gets denied at door. The comments were brutal. Me. Still with Sophia. Got another promotion. Director of Strategic Planning. Bought a bigger condo. Started competing in triathlons. Turns out I'm pretty competitive when I stop being too nice. Madison would hate that I came in 3rd in my age group at the last one. The best twist? Dmitry, the pharmaceutical entrepreneur she dumped me for? He's dating someone new, a 22-year-old influencer who posts about their lavish lifestyle, aka his mom's basement and leased BMW. Madison comments on every photo from fake accounts. They keep getting deleted. Sophia, thriving, got promoted to VP of her firm. We're planning a trip to Italy next month. She still feels bad for Madison sometimes. Says things like, I wish she could see I was never her enemy. That's the difference between them. Sophia has empathy. Madison only has entitlement. The last direct contact from Madison was a letter sent to my office violating the restraining order, but we let it slide. 4 pages of word salad about how I destroyed her destiny and stole her narrative. Also included a bill for $3,400 for therapy costs incurred due to your actions. My lawyer sent back a single line, no. The irony of all this? Madison was right about one thing: nice guys do finish last. So I stopped being just nice. I became successful, competitive, and happy. I finished first in my career, first in finding real love, first in moving on. But here's what she never understood. Being nice and being a pushover aren't the same thing. I'm still nice. I still volunteer, still help colleagues, still treat people with respect. I just don't let anyone walk over me anymore. Sophia and I were discussing it over dinner last week. Do you think she'll ever move on? Sophia asked. Doubt it. She needs to be the victim. It's her entire identity now. It's sad. She had talent. She could have been successful if she focused on her own growth instead of comparing herself to everyone else. That's the real tragedy. Madison created her own competition, her own enemies, her own downfall. She texted me that nice guys finish last, thinking she was trading up. Instead, she traded everything for nothing. Her prophecy became self-fulfilling, just not how she expected. She said I needed to be a winner, so I became one. She said nice guys finish last, so I finished first. In everything, including dating the one person she couldn't stand seeing win. The last I heard from Brittany, Madison was convinced Sophia and I would eventually break up because relationships built on revenge never last. She's waiting for that day to prove she was right all along. She'll be waiting forever, because this isn't revenge. This is just life moving forward without her. Nice guys might finish last, but entitled people? They don't finish at all. They're too busy running in circles, competing in races that only exist in their heads, against opponents who aren't even playing. Thanks for reading this wild ride. Going to go be successful now. You know, like a